everybody, my name is Courtney Mills and I'm going to be teaching everybody how to make tater tot casserole today. Have you ever had one of those nights where you just you're tired, you don't feel like cooking a big dinner, and going out to eat or making a sandwich just isn't going to make you happy? You've got to have some kind of meal, something. So today we're just going to teach you, I'm going to teach you how to make tater tot casserole. It's super easy, it tastes amazing, and again, it's a really easy thing. It only requires a few steps. You just gather all your ingredients and then you're going to mix everything together, pop it in the oven, and you're done. So first, we're going to have to gather all the ingredients. So your first step, you want to go ahead and put your oven on 350 degrees. Go ahead and let that start preheating before you get everything together. And the next thing you want to do is gather 2 pounds of hamburger meat. I've got a pound of hamburger meat right here just to kind of show you what you want to get. You'll want to get 2 pounds. And the next thing you want to get is your tater tots. And then you've got a block of Velveeta cheese. You only need about half of it, but we've just got the block right here to show everybody. And then you'll want to get about 4 cans of cream of mushroom. Campbell's seems to be the best tasting with this, but you can also get any other off-brand that you choose to do so with. And you'll just want to get your frying pan, your colander, 2 mixing bowls, and your spatula, your spoon, and a smaller spoon to mix up the cream of chicken. So that's all your ingredients, and now we'll go to the next step. Tends to be the most complex part of the recipe, but it's still extremely easy, so don't worry. So now we're ready to go ahead and cook the meat and get everything mixed together. So go ahead and place the 2 pounds of hamburger meat. Again, I have just the pound right here to show everybody what to get. I used 80-20 just because I really like a lean meat. It seems to taste better in the tater tot casserole, but you can get any kind of meat you want. You don't have to use the 80-20. You can get 70-30 or anything else like that. And then you'll want to put it in your frying pan, which I have right here just to show everybody. With the 2 pounds, you're definitely going to want to use a larger frying pan just because it makes it a lot easier to cook the meat. You don't want to use a small one because it's going to be falling over the sides. So you go ahead and start frying your hamburger meat, and while you're frying it, just make sure that you chop it up and mix it up really good with the spatula, and that way it's kind of little pieces of hamburger meat. And then while your meat's cooking, you want to go ahead and slice up your Velveeta cheese. Right here, I will go ahead and show you. I already have a few pre-sliced pieces, and you'll just want to make sure that they're about 1/4 inch thick, and that way you can layer the top of your tater tot casserole. After you're done cutting up your cheese, you want to set that aside, and then go ahead and pour your cream of chicken in a bowl. So as you can see, I already have my first 3 cans poured into the bowl. We're going to go ahead and get the last can because you're going to only use 4 cans of it with the 2 pounds. And if you want to cut the recipe in half, you can use a pound, and then you only use 2 cans of the cream of chicken. So we'll go ahead and get this last can in there. You want to make sure you get as much out of the can as possible, just because you don't want it to be dry. If you cook it and there's not enough cream of chicken in there, the meat is going to be extremely dry. So we'll go ahead and get that in there, and we're done with that part. And so you're done with that, and now your meat should be done cooking. You've been messing with it the entire time throughout doing the other steps. So now we'll go ahead and take the cooked meat that we have. I have 2 pounds cooked right here, so we can already have it ready. We'll go ahead and pour that into the mixing bowl so we can mix everything together. Get that in there. And then we'll go ahead and mix it up really good. You want to make sure that you get it really mixed because, again, if meat is not completely mixed and doesn't have everything around it, then it'll just be really dry and it'll ruin the casserole for you. You get bad dry spots in it. So now that we've got this really good and mixed, we can move on to the next step, which is your tater tots. You got the casserole dish. Of course, I'm using a full one tonight just because it's a lot easier to dispose of at the end of the night. But most of the time you'll use a 13x9 glass baking dish. So we'll take our tater tots, and you just want to give a good bottom layer to it. Make sure they're really spread out so, make sure it's covering it and it's all flat. So we've got that. And now that your tater tots are spread across the bottom of the casserole dish, you can go ahead and pour your meat mixture on top. So I will show you what we do then. You just pour it in, try to get it evenly spread to give your second layer to your tater tot casserole. It's really, really simple to spread. Seems to stick on top of the tater tots very easily. So there's not a whole lot of effort here. And this is really something that you can do with your kids and other stuff like that. So, you know, great family recipe for a lazy night in. So we'll go ahead and get this spread out completely. Okay, and if we can get a close-up of what that looks like. There it is, almost completely done. So we'll just move on to the next step. It's the last step. It's extremely easy. You have to take your cheese and you want to layer it across the top. It's going to be your last layer besides the tater tots on top. And want to make sure you get a little space between each piece of cheese. That way it has room to melt and kind of spread out. So we'll just take our cheese and get a close-up of that, and we can spread it out. Okay, so we're almost done spreading the cheese out. It's probably one of the shortest steps as far as making tater tot casserole goes. It's pretty simple to do. So, alright, and now we only have one step left and you are done. You just got to pop it in the oven. So take the remaining tater tots and you want to kind of sprinkle it out across the top just so, you know, everybody can get a little taste of the tater tots on top. So we'll just spread them out here. And it doesn't have to look pretty. You know, nobody really cares what their food looks like as long as it tastes good. So we'll get these all spread out here. Okay, and now we are done spreading. And voila, it's complete. All you have to do is pop it in the oven and you're done. So now we're going to stick this one in the oven. And you want to bake it for about 45 minutes. Check it at about 30 minutes just so you can make sure, because you have to check for oven temperature variances to make sure that it's not overdone. So whenever at 30 minutes or 45 minutes, if the top of it is a dark golden brown, you can go ahead and take it out. So we'll go ahead and pop it in the oven right here. There you go. And now you just have to wait about 45 minutes and you're going to be completely done. And we have our completed dish, just so you can see what it should look like when you take it out of the oven. And here you go. This is what a completed tater tot casserole will look like. And then you're ready to enjoy it. So again, just 3 simple steps. You just gather all your ingredients, cook your meat, mix everything together, pop it in the oven, and this is your finished project. And you are good to go. You can have an amazing dinner, didn't take an hour and a half, and you're good to go. Thank you.